Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Base Blaster Audio Tech YouTube channel. In this video we have a bag of parts. This is another ICStation kit. I believe it's the C51 clock kit. This is the one without the second counter, as you can see. In this video we're just going to do a simple assembly of this, test it, and hopefully figure out how to use it. And of course here it is, yep. The C51 4-bit, based on, I believe that's an Atmel processor. And you go 461. Snap some pics of it here. Got this Chrome extension where if you hold your mouse over the photo, it brings it up full size. Real good for quickly going through like eBay listings or sites like this. Yeah, this here, I think this is the bigger model. Neato. Schematic if anyone wants to copy it. Oh, let's get all this stuff out the box and see what we got here. Or bag. Okay, we got a tangled up power cord. There's a button. Get this out. Let's see here. This is a normal USB Type A. One of these really mini barrel connectors. Okay, set that to the side. Oh, here's our microchip. I don't know how well it'll show up, but yep, it's an Atmel. There it is. There's our display. Comes out. A pretty good looking single-sided circuit board. One of these little piezo beeper things. I'm probably going to leave this thing out because these things are obnoxious. A crystal, a couple small transistors, 2 resistors, is that? Oh, I see. Oh, this is a resistor network for the lights, or the display panel. Oh, but they're just a bunch of lights meant to look like a number, but alright. Both our resistors are 10K, so I guess we'll start with our resistors first. 2 10Ks, brown, black, red, and then of course just, standard gold, right? I've been wanting to build this kit for a while, but I'm just now getting around to it. Just so it looks nice, put all the resistors facing the same direction. Or maybe to annoy someone, put them in backwards. Oh, I didn't get that one in the hole. Okay. And I've already got my iron all warmed up over here. I was wondering why the solder wasn't flowing down, then I remembered this is just a single-sided board. So it doesn't need as much to make a complete joint as I'm used to. I adjusted one of my lights as it was getting in my way. There's our 2 10K resistors mounted. Always keep your scraps that you cut off useful for small DIY projects. Alright. What should we do next? I think I'll do these little ceramic capacitors next. Are these all the same? No, they are not. Okay, we have 2 30 picofarads and a 1 10-4. I believe that is a 0.1. But I don't know how we can test that. The handy transistor tester mounted to a piece of cardboard. Okay, this is the 10-4 capacitor. That'd be a 0.6 microfarad. I'm not sure that's correct. Whatever. These should be 30 picofarads. Close enough. Also close enough. Okay, so this one goes in here. This is C4. The should be 0.1, but is reading like half its rated value. Oop. 2 are 30s. These go here. This is C3 and C2. Ugh. These are real short leads. They usually come off these capacitors. I'll just throw these away. These ain't worth anything. And neither was that one spot on my side cutters either. What's next? Let's do these two switches. Notice how these switches are almost like a rectangle. They only go in one way. But it also helps when your leads aren't bent from being mushed around in a bag. There's our two buttons. What? I put a little extra solder on these buttons. Since these are going to be pushed, there'll be a little bit more stress on them. Alright, I think next I'll do this 12 megahertz crystal. Just shove you down there. Oh, and this, guys, this kit didn't come with any directions. What you see in the bag was what you got. However, you really shouldn't need directions. It's all really self-explanatory. It's right on the board. This is going to be the case where I'm going to have to solder one pin, push it back up, and then reflow it. Once I put those two capacitors on, it doesn't rest against the table. There it goes, like that. Next I'll do the socket. Yeah. So how many of these pins are bent? Will this fit right in? Wow, it fits right in. Usually the pins, some of the pins are bent. You got to reflow a couple. And it's just going to be the same thing. I have to solder one pin in the corner, push it up with my finger, and remelt it. Okay, and now we solder the rest of these pins in. Alright, so there's our socket soldered in. Good stuff. Next, we'll do the, there's only one transistor. I thought there was two transistors. Now this transistor here says S8550. I wonder if this is NPN or a PNP. PNP would be the answer. This is also shaped on the board with one of these little half circle things, so it's easy to not get it wrong. I'll just shove it in there. I need to get one of those little stand things to set boards on. That'd make this a little easier. Next, I'll do this 10 microfarad capacitor. 105 degrees C, huh? Again, polarity's marked. Longer lead is your positive. Side with the stripe is your negative. These are longer leads, so I'll definitely keep these. Alright, I think next I'll do our DCN jack. This is a tiny jack. Most of what ICStation sells is this EQ kit brand. I even got something else by EQ kit, which would be this FM transmitter. But I'm having a bit of an issue with this thing. If I tap this side of the circuit, my right channel goes in and out. So I gotta work on that. This will be another one where I'm going to have to hit one leg, push it in, redo it. Okay, there's our DC connector in. What's next? I want to do this resistor. This looks like an array of 1K resistors. I don't know how, it says 1K on top of it on the board. Alright, they're PR1 1K. Not looking too bad. Alright, next would be this beeper. However, I don't like beepers, so I'm going to leave it out. So we have our display, which is shoved in a nice piece of squeaky foam. There's a model of the display if anyone wants to snoop up a data sheet for that. Oh, cool. Look at that. There's an epoxy blob in here. But I've never seen an epoxy blob that's clear before. Usually it's just like black or maybe white. Neato. Yeah, it's an epoxy blob, but it's clear. That is cool. Alright. So, our silk screen is slanted, so you can't stick the display in upside down. Although maybe I should stick it in upside down just to see what it'd do. It may actually still work if it'd be upside down. I don't know. I don't want to have to go through the hassle of unsoldering it and putting it back. It'd be really easy to do so since it's just a single-sided board. We got some bent pins. Bottom row pin bent in. Oh, these are stiff pins, almost like these are made like of steel. There we go. Just wiggles on down in there. This one I can just shove the board down on it, right? Ugh. That smoke just came right up in my face. Alright. That joint did not flow very well at all, and I am not happy with it. Joint did not flow. There we go. I'll do that joint over again. Ooh, the flux in that Chemtronic solder braid has a real sweet smell to it. Chemtronic 60-3-10. I still prefer my NTE though. This and the NTE stuff is no clean, but the NTE is better than this, I think. There's our display in. Now to get happy and chop off a bunch of leads. There's 12 leads. Chop them 3 at a time. I think the only thing left is to stick our IC in, our Atmel. Alright. Bent leads. Oh, there's some writing underneath this. So there's what's underneath this Atmel, along with the scratch. And again, what's up on the top. I'm just going to kind of mush these leads down with my finger. Should be good enough. There we go. Fits good inside the socket. And this would be the finished kit, other than the buzzer, but I don't like buzzers, so I'm choosing to leave it out. Oh, and here's a little number on the board if anyone wants to snoop at that. Maybe you could find the original manufacturer of this board. Alright, now power it up. Alright, so to power the board up, we're going to get our cord here. Plug it in there. And for power, I just got one of these real generic 18650 battery banks. Alright, we have numbers. I need to kill some lights. Because these displays look really nice in complete darkness. I can see it's a multiplex display. You probably can't see it on camera. You can kind of see how it looks like it's flashing if you move it quickly. Yep. Alright. So because there's no instructions, and it's apparently set to 24 hours, I don't know how to set this. So let's... What is this? Seconds. Alright, I guess that's all that does. What about this button? Oop. Wait. What are you doing? I don't know what this is. I assume that's a G. What is it? It is 340. I don't know what. I don't know this menu. If I knew this menu, this would make a lot more sense. I wonder if this saves when the power is removed. I assume this is the minute, so let's just wind it up to 40. Huh? Sticking my finger on the bottom row of pins on the processor. Okay. I'm pretty sure this transistor was for the buzzer, so I didn't actually need to install that either. Ouch. Just stab myself. I guess I can't switch this to a normal 12-hour clock, can I? Well, there we go. We now have a time. It is, well, I'm stupid. This is a 24-hour clock, so it's now 3:42 in the morning. And it's actually in the afternoon, but I'll have to see if there's a manual or a video that shows what the menus do. But if you guys enjoyed this video and this little build of this C51 clock, I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy this. Any suggestions for a future video, leave in the comment. Feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.